Thank you again for the patience while I worked on tracking this information down. I was able to meet with Jay today, and we worked through it, and we got everything updated for you. So I just want to walk you through the changes that we made. So if I understand correctly, these items were basically it was just connecting that subscription form on the blog and the blog pages over to your Zoho campaigns. So looking at these, how does it interface with the website? When they subscribe to the blog, what list do they join? When they subscribe to the blog, do they get an automatic update? And when they subscribe to the blog, do they have a welcome campaign? So I just want to speak through each of these. How does it interface with the website? So the first answer to this, I'm just going to run through answers, and then I'm going to show you the work that we have. For how does it interface with the website, we now have Zoho campaigns directly integrated into the website. So I don't envision there being any issues as long as that Zoho campaign subscription stays active and everything is healthy. When they subscribe to the blog, what list do they join? We created a list called BYU blog, and I'll show you that here just in a minute. Just going to be renamed and such, but I just wanted to get everything kind of prepped for you, so that way whoever's running marketing can take it over. When they subscribe to the blog, do they get an automatic update when the blog is published? So the short answer here is no, because that doesn't appear to be a feature that is in the account here for Zoho campaigns. Zoho campaigns has a feature called RSS, where then if I believe an RSS component was added into the blog, then Zoho campaigns could watch for updates to the blog pages and then send out seemingly like a digest, if you will. I went in to look at that and I tried to activate it, but it looks like it requires an update to the campaign, so I didn't want to do that. But the only thing that would need to be done there is, I believe, the RSS component be added to your site and then connected to Zoho campaigns, and I assume that that should work pretty well. So right now that is not going to happen, but anybody who now subscribes is going to go right into the system. And then when they subscribe, do they have a welcome campaign that's triggered? There is no existing welcome campaign that I'm aware of, but I'm going to show you how simple that can be to set up with what I've learned from Zoho campaigns. So I just want to walk through all of these with you really quickly. On your site now, in the right corner, we now have a brand new join our newsletter. It's simplified, it's cleaned up, and it's directly integrated with Zoho campaigns. So somebody can come in here and type in their email, type in their name, and hit join. It will process, and then it will give them a thank you page. Once they have done that, you'll see here that what we did is we set up a list, and that list is BYU blog. There's currently 2 in here. One was Jay's test, one was my test. Once you're in the list, you can see how many contacts are in there. You can see our tests, for example, when we were working through it today. And what we did is we created a form, and that's how everything is linked up for you. So if you wanted to go in here and make any changes, this is the section where those changes can be done. And this is the associated mailing list. In the event that you do want to make changes to this form or these, what I would suggest is clicking on Get Code, and then that will grab all of the code here. You can copy it to the clipboard. And then once you're inside your website, this page I didn't have open. If you come in here to the block layouts, which is the way that the site was built, you can come in here and you can look under the sidebar on the right for blog BYU. That was the naming convention that was set up for this. There's a custom component called subscribe. The others have been disabled, and it's fairly simple. You can click configure and you can make any changes that you want here. Or probably simpler is when you're signed in, you can click edit, you can click in here, and you can click edit here. And once this loads, you can move over to source and just copy and paste, plop the new code in, hit save, and it'll update everything. So that's the simplest way that we could set everything up for you, just to make it really, really easy, as easy as possible to be able to make changes inside of Zoho campaigns, grab the code, and then update it on your site. Before, it was also only showing on the blog index page. We went ahead and took it a step further, and we made sure that it's also showing on all of the individual blog pages, so you have some more visibility as well. So all of that is done, fully configured, fully set up and ready. And the last thing I just want to show you here around everything inside of Zoho campaigns that we're aware of is the responses. So hopefully this is similar to what you've seen in other forms that you may have worked with. I saw that there were some others in there. If you wanted to edit the responses on submission, it outlays everything here about what to expect really clean. And you can go in here and you can make any updates to all of the content, all the ways that it comes out. Some of these settings I don't have full permission to, I believe, but you can click in here, edit the content, make adjustments, make whatever changes that you would like that fits your team's requirements. And then the last piece that I just want to talk about is when you're asking about when they join, do they get a welcome sequence? So assuming that you do have email content written that you do want for a welcome sequence, anybody can come in here to the automations and create a workflow. And I would just suggest we do the simple follow-up series. That's one of many that they have ready to go. And at this point, it's really just, it's a pretty simple process. You come in here and you say, okay, well, at the time that someone comes in here and they do the blog subscription form and hit save, then it will trigger this workflow. And then you can come in and you can add a response to a message. You can wait 2 hours, you can wait 2 days, make whatever adjustments you want here, and click save. And then you can do other actions like push to the CRM, or you can send another email, for example. We can drop this one in, and then it moves that right there. And then when you're ready, you can click activate. So totally up to you and the marketing team of how and what you would like to send with it. But we have all of the piping configured here, and I believe that this satisfies the request. So please review this. Let me know if there's anything else, but I believe that covers everything. And finally, the piece that I was speaking about that requires the upgrade that I believe would be the automation piece that you were hoping for. If you go to create a campaign, this feature, RSS, as you can read that, let your contacts know what's new without them visiting it, right? This is a way where it can automatically update in the background. This just looks like it requires a professional plan upgrade. And of course, I don't want to do that on your behalf. So I hope it's helpful. And again, if you did want to do this, I don't see an RSS feed currently on the site. I'm not a Drupal expert, but I believe anybody who has a little bit of experience with it and probably had a component or a module there to expose an RSS feed. And then my guess is that enabling this RSS feature, it would just check the website fairly often. It would find new information and then probably set up some kind of a format for the information that it finds, and it would automatically send to that list. So those are my best guesses, or educated guesses, the best way that I know. I hope all of this was really helpful, and I hope that this answers all the questions and finishes what we were looking for those items. Please let me know if it does not. And like I said, I'll do my best to try to find anything else in here, but I do hope that that helps. Have a wonderful evening.